We go to Carltonville now because the Kutzong West Clinic apparently will be closing indefinitely today because of sinkholes in the area, and those sinkholes are apparently getting worse in terms of expansion. Department of Health has actually sent alerts to patients, urging them to get transfer cards to use alternative facilities. The sinkhole is just meters away, we are told, from where 5 houses have already collapsed into the ground. Mutalatale Mudiba is the Department of Health in Gauteng spokesperson joining us on the line. Thank you, sir, for joining us. Are you good?
I'm good, TK. How are you?
Is this? I'm very good. We are very good. Is the situation that bad, or are you able to get a sense from your structural engineers, I suppose, to say we can rescue, we can make sure that this clinic does not collapse into this particular sinkhole?
At the moment, the situation is that bad. You'd recall, TK, as you correctly said, that there are houses that have already succumbed to the sinkhole. In fact, the provincial government, through human settlement and other departments, has been moving some of the people in the affected area to a different area because when the geologists did the test in that particular area, their report indicated that it's no longer suitable to can continue habiting that particular area, even the clinic itself. So it's you literally be sitting in a situation where at any time you could have a catastrophe taking place there, and it will be a sad day if we did not act on time because we were waiting for the clinic to completely collapse before we move people. Even labor in the environment has raised concerns, say their own employees, their own members are no longer comfortable working in that space when they know that surrounding houses are collapsing because of the sinkhole, and we still want to keep the clinic running. What we have done is that we have identified facilities. There's about 5 facilities that are within 2 kilometer to about 4 kilometer radius that communities can be able to access as an alternative, so that we don't leave them completely without any access to healthcare services. The other services like the outreach that we do when we go to people's homes and the warboards, which is the ward-based outreach teams, those ones are not affected. They will continue. The outreach mobile units will continue. It's just that the physical location of the clinic can no longer be in that particular area where it used to be. We have to divert patients to other surrounding clinics. Remember that we have to provide clinics within a 6 kilometer radius of a particular of where communities are. So in this case, we have identified about 5 that are within 2 to 4 kilometer radius.
So are those mobile clinics or are those solid structures, by the way?
No, those are solid structures.
So if they are 2 kilometers, 3 kilometers away, as you said, are they not running the risk of also, being on the brink of collapse themselves?
I think that is something that the responsible technical people, your geologists and others, would obviously advise on. At the moment, even with the relocation of people to a new location, they're not relocating the entire area. It's certain houses and homes that have to be relocated. So we are guided by that because we ourselves, we're not geologists ourselves. We can only rely on the reports that we get from those that are suitably qualified insofar as the risk that is there at the moment. What we know is that it's no longer safe to operate from the Kutzong West Clinic, and therefore we have to take precautionary measures to ensure that we don't jeopardize the risk of our own employees, but also the risk of patients and the public in general who might be coming to make use of the clinic. Currently, that clinic services about a community of about 9,500 people.
Yeah.
So those people would then be reallocated. We have said to people they can choose whichever facility that is more convenient for them to be able to use. But what we have done is that we have taken the staff that was in that particular clinic, we've then divided them and spread them across the other facilities so that when the patients from there are going into those facilities, they will find that we have at least increased capacity in those particular facilities.
So, I mean, here's my concern is that, you know, when state facilities are abandoned, what happens next is vandalism. What have you put in measures to at least, you know, get some security company to guard the facility just in case it becomes possible that it could be, you know, the danger could be dealt with?
There's already security at the facility. What we've done is that the equipment and the furniture that were moving out, we've already started the process of moving that equipment to other facilities so that equipment can continue to be utilized in the other facilities. You'd recall that with Kutsong West, it's not the first time. In, I think, around 2009, when the sinkhole started formulating, you remember that it was closed for some time because of the report that geologists that were appointed by the Council for Geoscience had given at that time. It closed for quite a period, and then it then subsequently, I think, reopened in 2012 when it had undergone renovations. At that time, they thought that the situation had stabilized. But now, what we are getting now is that with the houses that are starting to collapse around the clinic, it's no longer safe to continue utilizing that particular clinic. So the equipment, the furniture that we are moving to other alternative facilities where we're saying patients can be able to go to and access services. As to whether we will revisit this clinic again, I think it's something that time will be able to tell. What we know is that at this point in time, it's not safe to actually continue operating from that facility.
Got you. Thank you so much. Thanks. And I hope the people of Carletonville are listening, because we are told that people go to clinics from as early as 4 a.m. and we don't want people to go there for absolutely nothing. But thank you so much, sir. We really appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
There you go. Mutalatale Mudiba there, who speaks for the Department of Health in Gauteng.